Yesterday, the National Assembly passed the Finance Bill 2026. 122 members of parliament voted in favor of the Finance Bill 2026. 40 members voted against the Finance Bill 2026. Constitutionally speaking, a finance bill requires only a simple majority of members present and voting, provided there is a quorum. Therefore, the government won the vote. But you see, the real question today is, did the government merely win a parliamentary battle, or did the government create a political problem that could follow it all the way to 2027? In this video, I want us to examine the constitutional position, the political implication, the controversial tax measures, and what this bill and this vote could mean for President William Ruto in 2027. Allow me to begin with the law. Under Article 95, Article 109, Article 114 and 210 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the National Assembly has the authority to consider and pass money bills, including the finance bill. Contrary to popular belief, a finance bill does not require a two-thirds majority. A finance bill only requires a simple majority of members present and voting. Therefore, with 122 voting yes and 40 voting no, the bill passed constitutionally speaking. So the legal question is settled as far as the Finance Bill 2026 is concerned. And the political question, ladies and gentlemen, is only beginning. African elders were right when they said that the lion may win the fight, but the forest remembers the noise. On paper, 122 votes look like a victory. But you see, politics is not mathematics alone. Kenya's National Assembly has a total of 349 members. So if only 122 voted in favor of the Finance Bill 2026, one uncomfortable question emerges. Where were the rest of the members? You see, some may have abstained. Some may have been absent. Others may have quietly avoided taking responsibility for a controversial Finance Bill 2026. And this tells us something extremely important. Many politicians in this country, especially members of parliament, are already looking towards 2027. These members of parliament understand that taxes are collected every month, but votes are collected every 5 years in this country. African elders were right when they said that when the drumbeat changes, even the dancers begin looking at the exit. The finance bill vote may therefore reveal not just the strength of the government, but it also reveals growing political caution among members of parliament who are afraid of facing voters who are upset and angry in 2027. Be that as it may, supporters of this finance bill argue that the Finance Bill 2026 is extremely necessary. After all, government requires revenue. Schools must be funded, roads must be built, debt must be repaid, so that no country can function without taxation. However, critics point to several controversial measures as far as the Finance Bill 2026 is concerned. And these include taxes affecting digital transactions, gambling activities, rental income, compliance requirements, and various VAT and excise adjustments. So that to many citizens, the issue is not taxation itself. The issues, ladies and gentlemen, is trust. I want you to imagine for a moment a farmer whose chickens complain every morning. The farmer does not repair the coop. The farmer does not stop the foxes. He does not explain where the missing eggs went. Instead, this farmer simply demands more eggs. Eventually, the chickens are going to stop questioning the fox and they are going to begin to question the farmer. You see, that is a challenge facing any government, that ask citizens to pay more while many still question how existing taxes are being spent. Be that as it may, every finance bill after 2024 carries a political shadow in this country. The events surrounding the Finance Bill 2024 fundamentally changed the conversation between the government and citizens in this country. Since 2024, taxation is no longer viewed merely as an economic issue. Taxation in this country has become an issue of trust, it has become an issue of accountability, and it has become an issue of political legitimacy. So that today, when the government talks about revenue mobilization, many citizens simply hear, prepare your wallet. And that may not be fair, ladies and gentlemen. But you see, politics is often driven by perception more than intention. And perception is now a major battlefield in the Republic of Kenya. So the big question today is, will this finance bill affect President William Ruto's re-election in 2027? You see, no one can know for certain. But you see, one thing is clear. The finance bill in Kenya is no longer just an economic document. The finance bill since 2024 has become a political referendum. If citizens in this country see better roads, if citizens see more jobs, if citizens see improved healthcare and visible development, then the government will argue that the taxes were worthwhile. But if citizens continue to face rising cost of living, if they continue to face unemployment, if they continue to face concerns about accountability in this country, then opposition leaders will use every tax measure as campaign ammunition, and this government may go home come 2027. You see, African elders were right when they said that the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. The government of Kenya remembers revenue targets, but citizens in this country remember deductions on their pay slips. The government remember budgets, but citizens remember prices. And in a democracy, those memories eventually clash at the ballot box. My name is Biketi. If it is your first time here, make sure to follow this channel and to subscribe for more political analysis.